Hi traders, in today's video I am continuing my Trend Trader Indicators series, and the next indicator is one that I have been talking about a lot over the years. It is working great with many indicators and it is working great with price action pattern as well, and it is the Bollinger Bands indicator. Let's just jump into the reasons why it is one of the best indicators that you can trade trend and pull back with. First of all, it is a dynamic indicator and it is great to see the market volatility. Now, if you don't know Bollinger Bands, look it up on TradingView or in MT5, MT4, cTrader, anywhere. It consists three lines and it is basically three moving average: a middle line, a lower line, and an upper line. And you can easily see how volatile the market is, how many action is taking place in the market if you are taking a look at just the Bollinger Bands indicator, because if the lines are very close to each other, they are like this way, like they are approaching each other, then you know that the volatility is very low and there is a high probability that there is going to be a very volatile uh, like breakout happening in the near future. And of course there are techniques to see if this particular breakout is going to happen in the upwards or the downwards direction, and if the bands are really like uh, like wide, they are very distant from each other, it means the volatility is very high. And of course in those situations you know which in which direction, of course, because um, when it is an upward like breakout like volatility, then the upper band is huge, and when it is a breakout to the downside, the lower band is very wide, but the entire indicator is just not like a small like a tight one, when like there is just a smaller like ranging market, for example, when you have low volatility, just a few action is going on. And this is why it is the first reason to use it for trend trading, because for trend trading there are additional elements, like you have to see when there is just a ranging market, when there is high volatility, when there is a middle ground, and it is very important. And of course it is great to identify pullbacks as well. The second reason is that you can easily identify overbought and oversold levels with the Bollinger Bands. And I might add, it is working great with the RSI indicator, but it is working good in itself to identify overbought and oversold levels. How you can do that? When you see that the price crossed above, or the candles crossed above the upper band, it usually means that the market is overbought, and it maybe uh, present you a great selling opportunity. And when the market is crashing below and outside the lower band of the Bollinger Bands, it might be an oversold level and a great opportunity for you to buy. But of course it can also mean a continuation pattern, and you can use this as well as an identification of like enough power in the market to continue and to see if it is one or the other. Of course you should add more indicators to the mix, like the ADX, to see if it is a real trend or it is just an uptick. These are all important factors. The Bollinger Bands, upper and lower band, they can be considered respectively as support and demand zone as support and resistance levels, because many times when the price reaches in average situations, when the price reaches the upper band, it goes back to the middle band, and when it is touches the the lower band, it is going back to the middle band. And it is just a great way to see um, support resistance lines, zones that are dynamic according to the prices, volume, and that you can easily just see on the chart. And also many times the price is bouncing back not just to the middle line but between the two lines, the upper band and the lower band. And of course when it breaks below, it breaks above or below the bands, it is many times an opportunity to trade a bigger uh, motion. And also what I am usually doing is I'm adding this indicator to my dynamic exit as well. The last reason why the Bollinger Bands is one of the greatest indicators to use, I am also using it for many of my most complex price action strategies. How I do that? I do that by adding it to the dynamic exit section. For example, I code the EA to close a trade when, for example, the price um, crossed through the upper band, or when the price crossed through the lower band. And for example, if I have a nice buy trade and I want the dynamic exit to close it in a great spot, in a spot that is probably the best spot to close the trade, I might close it with the algorithm when the price is crossing above the upper band, because many times from probability we learned that many times the price is bouncing back from that line. And so it is a great dynamic exit for the trade, for our long trades. And trading is all about probability, so this is why I am always telling, like, it's not 100% that it is going to bounce back, but if it has a 65% probability, then you are good to go. And of course you have multiple dynamic exits and multiple indicators, so you can increase the chances, the probabilities. I hope this video was useful for you. If so, let me know in the comments. If you want to see a whole video about testing Bollinger Bands in itself or with other indicators, just let me know that as well. Ciao.